We move to sports now tonight, and Keith Russell.
Hey, Dougie Fresh, just a week from today, me and this man right here will be sitting in that press box at AT&T Stadium, knowing this season is underway. Clarence Hill from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Big hopes, big dreams, what are we talking here?
Is Zeke going to be here?
You know, that's why you're here. You know.
Well, I mean, I think everything hinges on that. I mean, certainly the Cowboys, everything they did in the offseason last year was to set themselves up to take that next step, to try to get to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1995. Many of our kids around here have grown up never knowing the Cowboys to be winners. This is supposed to be that year. Everything they did in the offseason was set up to do that. They need Zeke to do it.
It's September 1st. You know what happened August 1st? You asked the owner, president, and GM, Jerry Jones, this very question.
You worried about this not getting done?
I don't consider it, no. I don't in any way, we've never ever not done one.
Okay.
So I don't worry about that. You just keep plugging.
Just keep plugging. So Thursday, Clarence, Jerry Jones told the media he was preparing to be without Zeke against the Giants. You wrote in your article, maybe we should believe that, maybe we shouldn't believe that. Now we hear it could get done this weekend, then we hear there's obstacles. What are we talking about here?
Whenever I've never not done one, okay? I always say, when Jerry Jones is talking, he likes to say, just because I said it don't make it so. You can say that about whenever I've never not done one, or you can say what he said this week about I expect to start the season without Zeke. He's negotiating. He's been negotiating the entire way. I do know, talking to sources on both sides of the situation, they have reopened talks. There have been more aggressive talks over the weekend, trying to get a deal done to get him on the field for the season opener. There has been a holdup. There has been a snag. The momentum that they built on Saturday night slowed down the day. He's still in Cabo. He's still in Cabo at that Mexican resort, hanging out in Cabo. He's not in Dallas. He won't be at practice tomorrow.
He's still training with Marshall Faulk on the sands?
No, Marshall is gone. Marshall is back in California, wherever he is. He's down there training with his guys, but he's not here. And the closer we get to the game, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be something Jerry needs to worry about. Because you go back to 1993 when the Cowboys had the same dance with Emmitt Smith and he missed 2 games. And certainly this is not a Super Bowl team. That team was coming off a Super Bowl championship. But this team aspires to get there. You need Zeke.
So we've had so much optimism, but now you're bringing us back down to earth a little bit. Is Zeke on the field in your mind Sunday, a week from today, against those Giants?
I've been saying this the whole time, yes. I've been saying this the whole time. You know, just like all the negotiations. This past week, Jerry, I haven't talked to him, not negotiating. I expect him out on the field. You know, they haven't had talks over the last couple of weeks. Going back to the Zeke comments from Hawaii when everybody got their feelings hurt. We all knew once the preseason was over, once they started finalizing the roster, talks would reopen. That's what happened. They did reopen. They did make significant progress. They got a little way to go. Little ways to go.
So that's the deal with number 21. Now let's talk about number 4. Is he sleeping easy, making all these mattress commercials? Is he sleeping easy right now?
Well, he's sleeping easy. He should be sleeping easy. But again, my thing with Dak, you know, and funny, we're talking about Zeke's contract, okay? They were supposed to sign Dak. Okay, from the start of the offseason, Stephen Jones said the parties were to get Dak a new deal because he deserved one, because he outplayed his contract. He's going into this season making $2 million. Okay, if he gets hurt in game 1, you're chancing a $30 million, $33 million deal. You know, and Dak has done a great job throughout this training camp offseason, not worrying about the money. You know, he's focused. He's looked good. Looks like he's taking the next step. He's more comfortable. In the back of your mind, though, he needs to get that deal done. I mean, you don't really want him going to the season worrying about $30 million or $32 million or $33 million, whatever that number is going to be going into week 1, week 2, week 3. They need to get that deal done as well.
Number 4, entering year number 4. Clarence, I'm going to read you some numbers. Career completion percentage, 66%. Career TD interception ratio, almost 3-1. Career quarterback rating, 96. 2 NFC East titles. What does he have to do to be considered a top-notch quarterback, league-wide?
Well, consider Dak's style. What he needs to do is win. What he needs to do is get the Cowboys to the Super Bowl, because he's never going to put up the numbers, say, of an Aaron Rodgers or even the Carson Wentz. I don't think that's the Cowboys' offense and how they want to do things, especially with Zeke. You know, yes, they are doing some more different things with Kellen Moore, and they want to use some different guys and be more explosive, do some more college-type things. But he's never going to have that high-octane, prolific offense putting up those type of numbers. The thing that separates him from day one that everybody talked about is being like Troy Aikman, being efficient and being a winner. If he's efficient and he's a winner, he'll be considered one of the best.
Real quick, give me a breakout performer on offense this year.
You know it's Michael Gallup.
Okay.
You know it's Michael Gallup. I mean, you don't set me up like that. It's got to be Michael Gallup. He's had a great offseason, great training camp. He's been on the field every day with Dak Prescott, unlike Amari Cooper. Now, let's not kid ourselves. Amari Cooper's still number one.
Yeah.
And he's, again, another guy who's talking contract and going to get paid like a number one receiver. He's sitting pretty because he's already making $14 million a year this year. So whatever he gets on the new deal, it's only gravy for him. He's, unlike Dak and Zeke, who are trying to get their money, Amari's already gotten his money. He's paid this year. And so the next step is for him to get that real deal that he wants to get like a Julio Jones. But Gallup has been great from minicamp, training camp, preseason game. He has a great relationship with Dak. Everybody looks for him to take that next step.
Cooper, number one. Gallup, a strong number two. Strong stuff from Clarence Hill. We break down the real strength of this football team.